It's going to be a short video review of my Onewheel XR after having it for 2 years. Couple things. One thing, when I first got my Onewheel, these things don't come with any kind of fender or any type of covering over the tire in the middle. And I think that's almost a requirement to get one of those attachments on there, just the fender. Because I was driving around my driveway on the first day and like little rocks would like stick to the tire and flip around and kind of hit your heel, and like little rocks would go into your shoe. And I just thought, I mean, I don't know if you're driving on completely clean surfaces all the time, or you wouldn't need it possibly, but the where I drive out in the country and on my driveway and on grass and stuff, I thought that fender is an absolute must-have. The other thing about Onewheels is with the slick tire, you can take these things off-road all the time, except I think you can't really take them in the snow or anywhere in the winter much, or you're going to slip and slide all over the place. Or on wet grass, it's kind of hard to drive them too, but you can drive on pavement when it's wet or anything like that. And when it's dry, you can drive on the yard, paths, anywhere like that. Another thing I think you might want to get with the Onewheel is I've got one of these little caps that actually cover up the port for cleaning the Onewheel. I think it's nice to just, I don't really want to spray water into that electrical connection there, the charging port, just so I don't fry the thing somehow. But it seems to be pretty waterproof as it is. But I got something like, I've had it for 2 years. I've got 262 miles on it. And I've had no problems at all whatsoever. No flat tires, thankfully, or anything like that. One thing I did do, I drove it down some back roads, and I was getting to be driving pretty fast on the thing. And I wrecked pretty hard. My hands, the scarring and stuff's gone, but I chewed into my palms of both hands pretty bad when I landed. So the thing you might want to purchase is some gloves like these. These are Hillbilly Gloves. I got them on Amazon, and they have a PVC protectant right here. I kind of went overboard and got knee pads and elbow pads, which I think the most critical thing is having something to catch yourself on your hands. Maybe the knee pads are more important too, but also a helmet's pretty critical. Maybe some eyewear to protect you from bugs and things like that. But like I said, the other thing is this little jack. I'll put a link for this jack cover for when you clean it. I just use regular. I don't use a pressure washer to clean it. I just use a garden hose with some soapy water, just like you'd clean a car, kind of gently, and put that little cap on it when you clean it and make sure everything's off. Then I'll set it on its little stand that I have and let it dry. But other than that, I've had no problems with it. The only other thing too, now that I think about it, is I kind of thought after this year that maybe a bearing was going bad in it, because when I drive my Onewheel around corners, it kind of wobble a little bit. Like when I take sharp corners and drive it on the edge like this, it kind of felt like it was like a little wobbling effect. I'm like, man, maybe there's a bearing going bad on it or something like that. And but I actually just let the tire pressure get a little bit too low, and once I pumped the tire up, it was totally fine. So 2 years with the Onewheel XR, I'm totally pleased with it. But those are just a couple helpful tips, I think, that if you're considering buying one, I would have probably liked to have known before I got it. But anyhow, hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.